You know, if Tommy doesn't win the NL West, you can blame the D. Case in point, 3-0 Montreal. Rondell White tries to steal Piazza's. You know, I don't think Offerman was wearing rich Corinthian leather, more like cheap imitation Naga hide. Then Brett Butler makes it worse. He's got his man if he's headed to the dugout. White finally scores 4-0 Montreal. 7 errors. That's why he's rubbing his face. You would too. Montreal wins it by a count of 6-5. It's the most since moving to Los Angeles for the Dodgers. Those 7 errors since 1958.
Perez gets Royce Clayton, little dance. Next batter strikes out Deion Sanders. And it's Dave McCarty looking on the outside corner. Little wiggle there in the third. Perez sits down. Kurt Manwaring swinging. In the fifth, working on a no-hitter. Mark Carrion shot off Perez's leg, scrambles for it and fires. Got him. In the seventh, 2 out, 1-0 Expos. Perez visualizing what he has to do. That would not be it. The walk to Matt Williams. And Felipe Alou goes to the pen. Nice appreciation for a visitor. And the crowd paying their respects to Perez. Bottom of the eighth. Gil Heredia going for the combined no-hitter, but Glenn Allen Hill breaks it up with a clean single as center. Bottom of the ninth, 1-zip Expos. Deion Sanders on first, and Barry Bonds doubles into the gap off Mel Rojas. That scores Sanders, tied at 1. Now Bonds is on. Here we go. McCarty singles inside the bag, down the line. That would score Bonds. Giants get 2 in the ninth to win it by a score of...
Expos and the Giants. Pedro Martinez taking on the Giants. Bottom of the first, no score, Barry Bonds. And touch them all, Barry, every single one. You just went yard. 28th of the year, 1-0 Giants. Top of the fourth, Expos trail 5-2. Bases juiced for David Segui. And this is baseball's version of the slam dunk from the foul line. Yeah, it's the grand slam. 6-5 Expos. Bottom of 6, still 6-5 Spos. Mark Carrion takes Jose De Leon deep. Carrion's 13th. We are knotted at 6. Still in the 6, 7-6 Giants. J.R. Phillips on third. Deion Sanders. Prime time. Look at Deion. Giants score 3 in the 6, go on to win 9-6. The Giants winning their last at-bat for the 21st time this season.
To the stick. The Giants trying to move past the Expos. Look out for that camera. Look out for that umpire. Top of the second, tied at 1. Tony Tarasco thinks he's got one. Deion's got other ideas. He's going for a climb. He won't get there. Tarasco's 12th. Expos up 2-1. By the 5th, they were up by 4 and then more. Mike Lansing. Lances a 3-run shot that'll score Segui and Barry. The Expos blow it up open, and Deion is thinking football. They win the season series 7-6 over San Francisco with an 8-2 win and break their tie in the wild card standings. Tevo Alvarez picks up his first win, gave up just 2 hits and 2 earned through 7 for his first.
Mets and Expos from north of the border. Top 1, 2 outs, 1-zip Mets. Kirk Ruder on the mound for the Expos. Tim Bogar, opposite field poke, the 2-run single. Carl Everett and Ryan Thompson played it. Mets up 3-zip. The real story, Bobby Jones pitching for the Mets, treating Tony Tarasco like a dog in the third. Stay, sit. Jones takes a no-hitter into the 7th. In the 7th, leadoff batter Sean Barry breaks it up, breaks off a little something. Single up the middle, breaking up the no-no. 2 batters later, Jones facing Mike Lansing, goes straight to the dugout. Do not pass go. Don't collect $200. He gave up 3 hits, 6 Ks. Mets shut out the Expos 5-0. You know, when Jones was flirting with that no-hitter, it would have been the first Met no-hitter in their 33-year history. What did losing the bid mean to Jones? Not much. Quote, it meant there was a runner on first. End quote. He ended up 3-hitter, his 4th complete.
Kent made a great diving stop. Then Dave Malicki facing David Segui. And David Segui with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th and the bases loaded will ground to second. Mets 4-3 would not be the only time the Expos left the bases loaded. Greg Harris facing Ryan Thompson, his first home run since July 14th. The Mets up 6-3. Bottom of the 5th, they're loaded with 2 down, and Paul Bird facing Jeff Treadway. Again, bases loaded, nothing to show for it. Same thing, bottom 9, 2 outs, bases loaded. Franco, the little deflection, and that's all that they need as Kent throws out for Zelenik, and the Mets win it by a score of 6-5. Sign of the future in this game, the Mets have now won 14 of the last 22. Montreal has dropped 17 of 23 at home.
Ground ball hard off the glove and body of Husky. Zelenik will try to score, and the throw by Buford not in time. Segui to second base, and it'll be a base hit. Line drive, base hit, left field. Segui scores. It's 2-0 Montreal. Line to center field, base hit. We'll see if Stinnett can score. Rondell White with a poor throwing arm, and Stinnett scores. 2-1 Montreal as Buford delivers. Hit deep to left center. Back is White, and this ball is gone. Home run, Carl Everett. A 3-run, 2-out shot off Perez. 4-2 New York. Carl Everett. This one hit deep to left field. Back is the left fielder Rodriguez, and he watches it go. Home run, Jeff Kent, number 17 on the year, and it's now 5-2 New York.
0-1 delivery by Rojas. Vizcaíno's got an RBI and another base hit. Another 2-out RBI. All 6 runs in this game.
Expos in Montreal. Dallas Green does not want to see this. Shane Andrews, a drive to third past Butch Husky. Butch, look out! Rondell White running from second to third runs right over him. White would be able to get up and score. Husky would leave the game with a sprained right wrist. Bottom 4, 2-zip Expos. FP Santangelo with a bunt. Bill Spires not in time. Mike Lansing scores 3-0 Montreal. Pedro Martinez 6-0 lifetime against New York. He likes the Mets. Smoke for Rico. Mets got only 4 hits in this game. And Martinez, with some help from his friends, Billy Spires fly, and Will Cordero, nice sliding catch on his wallet as the Expos win 5-zip. Pedro Martinez tossing a 4-hitter. He's now 7-0 lifetime against the Mets. The Expos with 13 base hits. Rondell White, in addition to that collision, went 3 for 4. An invitation-only crowd of 9,700. Little flare by Jim Eisenreich. Here comes Floyd. Got to go down and use that left hand to make the catch as he drags it on the turf. Gorgeous catch, and the wrist is okay. Big third inning for Philadelphia. Double trouble for the Expos. Mark Whitten up, and Mark Whitten, he's hitting. That's a double to right center. Driving in Greg Jeffries, who had previously doubled home Andy Van Slyke. 4 runs in the third, and they take a 5-1 lead. Mickey Morandini providing the D. Darren Fletcher, grounder up the middle. Oh, Morandini was off the screen, makes a diving stop, and throws him out as the Phillies win at 8-2. Mike Williams allowing 2 runs over 6 innings for the W. The Phillies match a season-high 7 doubles in this game. After using 7 pitchers, Expos skipper Felipe Alou said he was tired, perhaps from too many trips to the mound. 1-0 Montreal, bottom of the third. Wild pitch by Springer. Mike Lieberthal can't stop it. Rondell White scores. 2-0 Expos. Now, there were some supernatural forces working out in right field. Oh! Mark Whitten's base hit gets past Tony Tarasco, ends up a triple, and he would score to make it 2-1 Expos. Bottom 6 tied at 2. Henry Rodriguez is up. The force in right field. The force is not with you, Mark Whitten. Rodriguez a base hit, and David Segui scores. Montreal on top 3-2. What is going on in right field? More oddities here. Dennis Springer leaves. He's replaced by Russ Springer. No relation. Expos up 3-2 in the 6th. Joe Siddall, base hit up the middle. Center fielder Kevin Flora, no play at the plate. Henry Rodriguez scoring. Expos would go on to win at 5-4. Rondell White 3 for 4 in the game. He's hitting a hefty .567 over his last 8 games. Dennis Springer, the knuckler, allowed 5 runs in 5+ innings, and he would take the loss.
Continuing on, the Astros, 2.5 back in the National League wild card chase. They moved into Montreal. Craig Biggio, the long drive for the home run. 1-0 Astros, bottom of the third. Don't throw it. Sean Berry, long drive to left center. Off the wall. Brian Hunter has some trouble getting to it. Mark Grundle-Zelanik scores, ties it at 1. Top of the 7th, Brian Eversgerd pitching, tied at 3-3. Derek May, double inside the bag to right. John Cangelosi scores. 4-3 Astros. Next batter with 2 men on. Andy Stankiewicz. Base hit, dribbles through the middle. Tony Eusebio and Derek May will score. Got to hit the cutoff, man. They do. They get Stankiewicz at second. 6-3 Astros. They add a run in the 8th, and they win by a score of 7-3. Astros manager Terry Collins said, we have to treat every game like it's our last. Biggio 2 for 4. A home run his 20th.
Perez 1-0 lead in the third. Man on, Doug Brocail. He's the pitcher to left. Rodriguez, no. gets right past him. Mouton scores easily. We're tied at 1. 2-1 Stros, top 4, Mike Sims. Carlos Perez for a ride. 3-1 Stros for Sims, number 8 on the year. 6-2 Stros in the 9th. Biggio and Mayer on base. They're moving. Biggio to third, to throw to second. It gets away. Biggio's going to try to score. Here's the play. 4 stolen bases on the night for Biggio, who is having an MVP season himself. Ouch! Brian Hunter into the wall. He's hurt. He got up, left the game, shoulder injury. Astros hang on and win by a final score of 7-4. For Houston, Mouton 3 for 4, a couple of runs. Brocale improves to 5-3. Carlos Perez now 10-7. Went only 3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 4 earned runs. Tony Tarasco hit home run number 13.
The Astros completed business in Montreal. Top 4, tied at 1, bases loaded. Pedro Martinez facing Ricky Gutierrez. Here's a guy who throws 95 miles per hour. He throws a breaking ball. Gutierrez makes him pay. Bagwell, Magadan score. Astros take a 3-1 lead. Next batter, Doug Drabek. Back on his best behavior. This at-bat sponsored by Coke. Comes up with a base hit. Brings in Rick Wilkins, the eventual game winner. The Astros led it 4-1. They would hold on to win it by the final of 5-3. Drabek back from his 5-game suspension. Houston went 6-3 on this 9-game road trip. Drabek has won 3 in a row.
Pete Shorrock on second. He's a pitcher, and he's a hitter, and he's a runner. Watch him coming in. Shorrock sliding into home. He's safe. The game tied at 3 apiece. Bottom of 7th now, 4-3 Reds. Whole bunch of pitching changes by Montreal. Jose De Leon, the new pitcher, strikes out Reggie Sanders, but he's gone. Dave Leiper's coming in against Benito Santiago. Santiago, the double. Ron Gant scoring. The Reds lead it by a count of 5-3. Let's get another pitching change. Leiper's out. Greg Harris, the new pitcher, against Brett Boone. Boone to Sean Berry. The 5, the 3, the out, but the Reds hang on to 7-4. We share those pitching changes for a reason. The Expos tied a National League record by using 8 pitchers in a 9-inning game. Lots of situational by the book stuff. Pete Shorrock moves to 17-7. He and Atlanta's Greg Maddux are the only 17-game winners. Cincinnati's magic number now, 3. The dugout showing how to get ready for foul balls. That's fun. Southpaw Kirk Reeder against the heart of the Reds order. In the top of the 4th, K's Ron Gant swinging. And then Reggie Sanders observing. With 1 on, Hal Morris observing to end the Reds' 4th. Reeder's heater was on. Top of the 5th, base is juiced. Mark Grudzielanek. Base hit to right. Will Cordero trying to score. What a throw by Reggie Sanders. Out at the plate stays 1-0 Expos. Top of the 6th, Cordero redeems himself. Singles to left. Sean Berry scores. Expos lead 2-zip. Top of the 7th, Grudzielanek on second. 1 out. Yamil Benitez singles up the middle. Mark's going to motor and score. 4-0 Expos. They go on to win 4-1. And the Reds have now lost 8 of 12 and blow a chance of clinching the division title on their home field. Darren Fletcher, Will Cordero both go 2 for 4.
Expos men on 1st and 3rd. Gets Mark Grudzielanek to bounce into the 1-6-3 DP. Glavin always good with the leather, helping himself. We have a 1-all game in the 4th. Carlos Perez getting no support. Grudzielanek, easy play at short. This should be. Wait a minute. We have a problem. Next batter, Jeff Blauser hits to 3rd. Shane Andrews and Grudzielanek. Problems, no leather. It's 2-1, and then the next batter, Glavin himself, with the perfectly executed suicide squeeze. Got to go to 1st. Klesko scores 3-1 Braves. Next batter, Marquise. Where is the leather in this game? Somebody stop a baseball. Perez yanked, and as always, we take it out on the harmless, inanimate objects. What are we doing, people? Braves win at 5-1. Glavin now.
Cordero struck out his first time up, but hits the first pitch deep to left. Back goes Klesko, and that ball is out of here. We've got a tie game on a pitch that Cordero had to reach out and try to bring back to the left side, and he did just that.
A little something out of Fred on that pop to second. That's lined to the left field corner. McGriff headed for second base. He better hurry. And just makes it.
3 in New York before postseason begins. Deep to left field. This one's going to be way out of here. Long home run for Rondell White, his 13th homer of the year, his 55th RBI, and the Expos lead it now 3-2. That's going to get through into left field for a base hit. Benitez scores. Down to 2nd, Sean Berry. And a long inning continues for Greg McMichael. Cordero gets his 2nd RBI of the night, his 45th of the year. Ground ball, right side. Mordecai can't get to it. It's into right field. Here comes Fletcher around third, crossing home with the 5th run of the night. 5-2 Montreal. Segui driving in his 64th run of the year.
As soon as we say that, he is going to prove us wrong. That is a 2-run shot over the wall and left. Expos scored 5 in the first. Cordero, your full-service player. He is into wood, and he is into leather as well, robbing Jeff Conine. Nice play. Did we mention Will Cordero was having a big game? Up again, out again. Solo shot, 6-0 Expos. Kirk Reeder gets the governor. Mark Hirschbeck feeling handsome with the call, and then Reeder with the fastball past Terry Pendleton. Wait a minute, hijinks. Oh, we love hijinks, don't we? Expos win at 9-love. Cordero, who ended his streak of 109 straight plate appearances without an RBI earlier this month, hit his 9th and 10th home runs in the game. 16,230 saw this contest. That is the smallest crowd in Marlins history. Expos and Marlins battling for that all-important 3rd place. Carlos Perez out on bail, back on the bench. Top of 6, Sean Berry into the, yes, jam-packed left field seats. Number 14 for Berry. Expos pull within 1. What fans were there got involved. The pop-up in foul ground. The fan takes it away from the bad guys, and then in your face, yeah. Taunting still allowed for the fans only. Top of 9, tied at 4. Will Cordero at 2nd. Tim Laker right off the end of the bat. It's a single to right. Jesus Tavares not into leather. Cordero comes around to score, and the Expos win it 5-4. Just their 2nd 9th inning comeback this year. It will grind your stomach, said Marcel Latchman. Mel Rojas collects his 30th.
Lee Smith hit one off the wall.
Rondell White, Shane Andrews, all falling. Mark Ruzalonik against Pat Rapp. Rapp allowing just 3 hits and 7 scoreless innings. On offense, meantime, with Chuck Carr at 3rd, Jeff Conine. The drill double off the clock off Gabe White. Florida leading 3-0 in the 3rd, and then it's Conine delivering a 2-run home run, a 4 RBI night. His 3rd and 4th RBIs of the night gives Conine 101 RBIs, and that's a Marlins record. As for Rapp,
Greg Harris warming up his left arm in the pen, and when the left-handed Hal Morris steps to the plate, Harris switches his 6-finger glove to the right hand and will throw lefty. That's resourceful. His first pitch is a southpaw. All right, a little outside. He would walk Morris. Felipe Alou not sure if he likes this. Next batter, Harris gets Eddie Taubensee to bounce one in front of the plate. Joe Siddall makes the play. Harris's first out as a lefty. It got weirder. He's a righty again. Brett Boone fouls one straight back. Shatters the backboard. And somewhere, Darryl Dawkins is smiling, and we're going to tell you where later on this show. Pete Shorrock picks up his 18th win of the season. Knock that scores Thomas Howard, and the Reds are on the board 1-0.
Coming to the plate.
Next batter is Hal Morris.
A 1-0 lead for Sanders. He's not going. This
shot to right. That's out of here. 2-run homer. Number 11 on the year for Morris. Reds up 3-zip.
Morris, a 2-run home run. And
but would lead 13-0 by the 3rd. Bottom of the 7th. Expos on their way back. Shot up the middle. Run scores. 2-run score. Expos pull within 4. 13-9 Reds. Top of the 8th. Eddie Taubensee seals it. Deep to right, number 9 on the year for Ed, and the Reds win it 14-9. Reggie Sanders, Hal Morris, and Eddie Taubensee all had 3 RBIs. Mark Portugal, 2 ribbies, and he allowed no runs on 3 hits and 5.